Hi, it's me, Dallas. Today I want to tell you about great game from my poor childhood. A game inspired by a sci-fi version of a postmodern fantasy Tolkien monopoly for gizzards from a Peter Molinex's fable. WARHAMMER 40K Dawn of War. Let's be honest, I can't just call Dawn of War a strategy game. No. From the player's point of view, it's a multi-overcomplicated cosmic battle metal grinder. From the perspective of the units, both yours and the enemies, it's a hardcore bullet hell where everyone's destroying each other apart just so that the player can enjoy how heavily the battlefield is littered with corpses. Yeah, we can do typical strategy game things like building a base.
Building Selection 1 initiated. What is your will to serve?
But the most important part of this game is the units. They are not as simple as some CQC folks with basic rifles who can only shoot and die under the enemy's happy wheels. No! Most of the units in Dawn of War are mighty squads of random people, able to shoot, stop, use their abilities, and do other funny things, including performing individual battlefield massacres for the player's amusement. Even the guns on every piece of war machinery live their own lives. That's why winning war doesn't matter. The main goal is to send as many units to slaughter as possible. Now, let's talk about factions. The main one is the Blood Ravens Space Marines, mainly because the story campaign is centered about them. The Blood Ravens are known only for stealing every artifact they can get their hands on. If the Blood Ravens were real, they would love just two things: escape from Tarkov and looting in the name of the Emperor. Their gameplay is simple and pretty standard. Build base, hire Space Marines, farm as many resources as possible by building reactors and conquering metal holes on the map, build dreadnoughts with predators, and win the game. That's it. Simple as Randy Pitchford's DNA. The second faction is Chaos. They're just like Space Marines, but corrupted. Not by the Chaos Gods, but by the ability to ask inconvenient questions. That's why the Space Marines call them traitors. Most of their units look like standard Space Marines, but the more you play, the more you start realizing that a plasma-spitting diamonds look a little bit different from your average Space Marine lad. That's the point. Chaos Marines can brag about having lots of diamond variants that can be easily killed by most old Space Marine gizzards. Anyway, the main reason to play this faction is a comical base builder who looks and talks like Asmongold from an alternative universe where he finally got married.
We serve as you wish.
The third faction is the Eldars, and nobody cares about them. Nobody plays them except the computer, and that's why they're one of the most mysterious factions. But as for their mysteries, nobody cares. And the last faction in this game is actually one of the most positive and reasonable peoples in the whole Warhammer universe. And of course I am talking about the orkz.
It's time for fighting! They shoot us!
Orks have one main thing Space Marines don't have: a strong brotherhood held together by bigger orks. If an even bigger ork comes along and beats the shit out of the current boss, then he holds the ork brotherhood together. The smaller orks don't complain. That's what I call flexible loyalty. Gameplay for orks is the most fun in the game. The idea is simple: build as many war towers as you can, hire every green bastard you can afford, and rush them at the enemy. You shouldn't care how effective you are, and you definitely shouldn't care how many orks get slaughtered by the enemy, because your orks don't care about that either. Now let's talk about the story, which in my opinion is absolutely hilarious. There was a funny blood raven, Gabriel Angelus, who became famous for ordering exterminators on his home planet, Cyrene, just because it had turned into modern Britain. The last straw was a poor imperial citizen saying, "At least the Indian tyrannists have tasty cuisine." After that, Angelus just snapped. One day, Gabriel and his mighty space gizzards landed on planet Tartarus. The poor local Imperial folks needed help against the orks. They didn't even want to kill the greenskins. Just stop getting beaten up was good enough for them.
I am Captain Gabriel Angelos of the Blood Ravens 3rd Company. Status:
We failed to kill the orks. Sorry. said Karos Brom. Don't care! Respect! Replied Gabriel Angelos and killed all the orcs. Then the Rangers said they saw a Chaos spaceship. Librarian Isador Akio said he felt no Chaos presence. Inquisitor Todd said it doesn't matter anyway because a warp storm would soon cover the entire planet. Gabriel Angelos said, don't care, respect, and killed all the Elder. Elder Farseer Macha said that Inquisitor Todd was actually an evil prick. Chaos Sorcerer Sindrimir laughed and stole a strange evil key. Angelos, Todd, and Isador talked and came to a conclusion. Don't care, respect, and killed Chaos Lord Baal. After that, Isador revealed that he was actually an evil prick too and stole a weird Chaos Stone. Gabriel Angelos said, that's not bloody respect, but don't care. Killed the Librarian and stole the Inquisitor's hammer. Then the evil sorcerer ate the evil stone and transformed into some horrifying chaos shit. Angelus and the Inquisitor killed him. After that, the two of them and Macha started thinking about what to do with the evil stone. Macha said, if we destroy it, the evil will escape, and that would be bad, you know. Gabriel Angelos said, don't care, respect, and smashed it with his hammer. The evil came out, thanked Angelos, and said that soon everything would be destroyed and everyone would die. But since Gabriel was a decent guy, he'd be killed last. Gabriel said, don't care, respect, and ran away. Game ended. Truly a masterpiece. And that was Warhammer 40K Dawn of War. I love this game with all my heart. And that's why I am really glad I made a video about it. Thanks for watching and thank you all for your likes, comments and other support. I try to answer every comment, so if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. That's all for now. See you next time.